everyone, and welcome back to my channel Gabbabetic, and welcome to today's video. For those of you that have been following my journey already, I'm in the middle of training on my insulin pump. So I actually have my pump now. I'm not hooked up to it or anything, haven't done an infusion yet. I'm still at the very beginning of training and it takes a few weeks. But now I actually have all of my pump supplies. So I thought it would be a really nice video to show you the difference between my supplies now in terms of MDI and insulin pump. Because I know I did a video like earlier on in the year where I showed you all my diabetes supplies, but now things have changed and I think it's interesting what I have now, what stayed the same, what's completely different, and I want to share that today. And of course I'll be able to show you my insulin pump now, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and enjoy the video. So the moment you've all been waiting for. So this is my insulin pump. Medtronic 780G. The box is so nice. So like I said, I only started my training this week, Lana, and the box is so nice. It actually has a drawer. The pump's not in here, just so you know, because Lana's sniffing all around it. Now that Lana's left it alone, she has a peanut butter snack. Here it is, and if we pull out here, right, so it opens. Okay, so it opens up like this. This is where the pump was sitting, where I got it. And what I wanted to show you is it has this drawer under here. And in this drawer was all things like the user guide and pump clip and the battery and things like that. So that is the box that it came in. And it's a very nice box, I have to admit. And obviously I'm using the Medtronic 780G. This is it here. So let me show you the actual pump for a sec. Ta-da! I will be doing a different video about insulin pump accessories because I've ordered a few things, but here it is. So we can have a look. Obviously I'm not hooked up. I don't have a sensor on or anything at the moment, but I'm just practicing in like the bolus wizard. While I'm practicing, I'm using the box and I'm keeping the pump in the box because I'm terrified of like dropping it or losing it. And yeah, there'll be a whole video all about the practice that I'm doing and the pump training, so look out for that. So you're actually going to help me organize while I show you the pump stuff. So I have these see-through boxes, and I got these new ones because I like to organize my stuff into boxes. Like you'll see the other stuff in a minute, that was from MDI already. And then I wanted new ones for my pump stuff because the pump stuff is actually quite bulky. So if you hear chomping in the background, that's Lana. So first of all, in the first box, what I want to show you, and I'm still like honestly learning the names of everything and stuff. So I believe this is my infusion sets. So the way quantities work in Ireland is very strange. For some reason, all the pump stuff comes in quantities of 2 months. So I have another box as well. These are my infusion sets. I believe I have a 60 centimeter line. Don't really know yet. Like I said, I haven't even used these yet, so it's all very new. So this is how it looks. It's like this. I'm sure I'll be showing you in more videos. You can see the line and you can see the part that's going to be inserted and the part that's going to go into the reservoir. So I'll just put these back together. So I'm trying to get sorted because I have to bring all this stuff to the training next week. There's the user guide on how to use it. So I'm trying to get organized as well. So that's my infusion set, and it's so, like, what do you guys do when you organize them? Do you take them all out of the box and put them in this big box? I don't know what to do yet, but like if I do that, only one box is going to fit in this, and I don't want to like squeeze them in either. I'd say when I get more used to it, I could probably take them out of the box, or when the box depletes a bit, but like for now, I guess I can only fit one in the box. So we'll just leave that to the side for a minute. Like I said, I have another box because of the quantities. The next new thing, obviously I'm wearing a Dexcom at the moment because I'm still not using my pump. I have to monitor my blood sugar somehow. I'm going to be using Guardian 4 for the Medtronic. So this is her Guardian 4 here. It does have a transmitter. So I think, yeah, I have 2 boxes of these. I'm allowed 10 in 2 months or 10 in 70 days. So here is sensor. Yeah, that's how it's going to look on its own. So that's great because that's 2 months worth of sensors there. Then in my final box, I'm going to be using that for reservoirs. So I have 2 boxes of reservoirs. Here's how they're going to look. And yeah, so I think these are 3 ml reservoirs, which is what most people use in Ireland anyway. Could fit in, like they're in their own box there. They look a bit lonely, but they could fit in maybe with the infusion sets in the future, but we'll keep them in their own box for now. So yeah, they're my 3 new things. Oh, obviously the pump is brand new, but my 3 new boxes, what I have are the Guardian 4 sensor, the infusion sets, and the reservoirs. So I do have the transmitter, and I will be opening that at the very end because I've never opened that before, and I think I'll have to open that when I put Lana in her bed for a minute, because she is very nosy and likes to sniff everything new, and I do not want her accidentally taking a sniff or a bite of my transmitter. So we'll wait for that. So yeah, they're the 3 new pump things. And then I'll show you the diabetes supplies that are going to stay the same. One thing to actually mention is that I don't know how people do this in other countries, but I'm actually allowed to have batteries on prescription. So I get a pack of AA's and a pack of AAA's per month. So I have 2 months supply now for the pump, which is pretty good. So I'm going to keep them in the box as well with some of my stuff. Some of my stuff is a bit mixed up at the moment. Like right now I have the infusion and reservoir together, and the batteries. I guess that's not so bad. So things on the prescription then that haven't changed from moving to MDI to insulin pump. I still get all my Lift drinks. So if you're in Ireland, you're entitled to 12 bottles of Lift per month on the LTI. That means they're completely free. Because I think one of these normally costs definitely more than €2. So like €2 by 12, that's like €25 spending on these. So it is really good. So I'm definitely still entitled to my Lifts, which is great. I know I'm not using needles, but in case anything ever happened, I would have to go to backup injections. So these are my needles I always got, and every month I'm entitled to a box of these, which is great. I still have a good few boxes from using MDI. Like I'm still taking injections at the moment. So yeah, so like I definitely hope I'll still have some spare needles, more than just one box, by if there ever comes a time where I need it. Other things then, in case of going low, I'm entitled to the glucogel. I haven't had to use this, and I hope I won't ever have to use this, but it's good to have in case of emergencies. And I realised the ones I had before were actually expired, so this is brand new. I will still be using my blood glucose meter, which is the AccuCheck Mobile, which yeah, it is discontinued. I've talked about that so many times, but I'm still entitled to the test strip, so I'll be getting a box or a few boxes of these every month, or when I need them. You can kind of order them on request. But I'll still be keeping my blood glucose test strips. And obviously I need lancets, even though you know how it is about changing them, but I'm still entitled to my fast clicks. Of course, I need to watch out in case my pump ever breaks or anything like that. So I get a certain amount of ketone strips per month, and I'll be keeping them as well. So yeah, the things that never changed are... Thanks, Lana. So yeah, the things that never changed are needles, Lift, my test glucose strips, my ketone strips, my lancets, and my hypo gel. And then a sad thing, I'll be saying goodbye to the Dexcom, because obviously I'm using Guardian 4 now. So I do have like 2 Dexcom G7s. So obviously I'll be putting this on next week, because I'll still be using the G7 because I'm not using the pump at the moment until the training. So I have another G7 to put on, and then I'll just have one spare, but they're taken off the prescription, so there's no more Dexcom G7. You had a good run. Thank you, Dexcom. Obviously, I still get my Sharps box. I love these massive ones. They're just so handy, and they take ages to fill up. And yeah, it's like tiny bit full now, so I'll have plenty of room, so that's really good. So let's talk insulin, because obviously that's drastically changing. So at the moment I use Tresiba and I use Fiasp, and I'm still using them as of this moment. So this is my background, this is my fast acting, and I will no longer be using either of these, and they actually won't be my backups either. So in terms of backup insulin now, when I say backup insulin, what I mean is insulin in case my pump stops working or something and I need to take injections. So first of all, we're going to be using NovaRapid. These are disposable pens. I can carry it around with me, and I can just have it in case my pump breaks. So it's going to be my backup fast acting insulin. So instead of Fiasp, we have that. And then instead of Tresiba, I'm going to have Lantus. And the reason for that is that Tresiba is a 42-hour active insulin for a background, whereas Lantus is only 24. So the theory is that if your pump breaks and say you need to go one day without it until you get a replacement, you can take Lantus and that'll last 24 hours. and then you can go back to your pump fast acting insulin. Whereas if you had Tresiba, it would be so long acting, you might have to put on like a temporary basal rate because it would still be in your system. So bye bye Tresiba and Fiasp, and hello to NovaRapid and Lantus as the backups. The insulin that's going to go in the pump itself, it's going to be NovaRapid vials. Sit down, sit, and stay. Stay there. Stay. So that will be my fast acting. Fiasp vials are actually not approved in the Medtronic 780 pump in Ireland. Yeah, here's my vial that I'll be dialing up from. I say dialing up because that's like what I call it for injections. I have never done this before. It's going to be a lot learning how to do this and the infusion and everything. So this is probably the most drastic change for me. Is I won't have a back end insulin anymore, and I'll be back to NovaRapid instead of Fiasp, and I'll be using vials. So it's all very different. So yeah, the insulin is very different. The last thing I want to show you is the Guardian 4 transmitter. This is, I haven't opened this before, but I do need to open it before my next training because I need to charge it. So let's have a look at it. So like, things mean nothing to me at this point. That's just the truth. So anyway, I guess here's some instructions which I'll have a look at. I think, let me get this out. I think this is the thing called the setter, or one of them, I don't know. And then, I don't know, I'm gonna have to open that in a second, but what? Here's the parts of my transmitter. So I know that's the charger and it needs a battery. And that's the transmitter, but I don't know what that is. So I'm gonna go and have a look at that now. So yeah, just a little intro into my pump life. So that's my supplies. Things are very different and I don't really know what a lot of things are yet. Like, I just have these supplies but I've never used them, so it's a bit strange for me. But anyway, I'm sure it will all make sense in the future, and I'll be showing you videos on my pump training soon enough. Not sure when this video is coming out, but probably they'll follow this video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.